swag came from the mud with the scars to prove. Boots blood soaked, trucking through the groove. Camo on my back, wrath in my jaw. You hear that howl? That's the warlord's call. Barbed wire veins and a rebel flame, cracking like thunder when I spit that name. Ain't no crown, just a rusted blade. Redneck Ruffian, hell's parade. Light it up with a moonshine grin, slanging rhymes like bullets from a tailgate sin. High-pitched bark from a backwoods pen, cracking glass in the night again. Chain drag beat with the rebel creed, running wild where the lost still lead. Smoke in my lungs, got dirt in my jaw. You feel that shake? That's the warlord's call. I'm the voice in the wind through the pine tree bend, smooth-tongued outlaw country blend. We ride in packs, engines crying war, with a six-string scream and a broken door. Flash of fire, steel in hand, raised on freedom and the lay of the land. We ain't scared, we ain't small, marching proud to the warlord's call. Now the woods come alive with the rebel drum, rust belts ring and the battle's begun. 3 kings crowned in a red clay hall, built from grit and a backwoods brawl. Ain't no silence, no retreat, just steel-toe boots and a hellfire beat. From the shadows we rise and maul, this whole land hears the warlord's call. Through the pine stump mire, moss drips low like barbed wire fire. Stacked up crates with the ammo tight, we setting up siege in the dead of night. Scope on the ridge, I see their flare. One wrong move, we already there. Ain't no law when the saw scream rage. This is our land, our battleground stage.
Tripwire grin, I rig the fence, with a squirrel call out and a jawbone tense. I'm small but I bite like a hornet's nest, got a 22 pump and a bulletproof vest. Hear that clank? That's a ruffian trap, blowing up pride like a possum snap. We fight in mud with pine cone grenades, carving our names in the siege we made. In the breeze and my nerves gon' steel, watching the woods like a hawk gon' kill. I slide through brush with a hunter's flow, ghost in the fog where the shadows go. Ain't no mercy for a sneak attack, we draw the line then we push it back. Out here the creeds written bark and blood, they crossed that creek, now they caught the flood. Night fell hard on the rebels' bluff, outnumbered bad but we built up tough. Tire tracks twisted in the siege of clay, left smoke, fire and fear where they lay. The ruffian stood with the backwoods scream, turned war into gospel in a pine wood dream. From hollow to hill, our story breathes, a siege that was born in the broken leaves. Calling out from the rust-stained hill, every outlaw ghost felt that thrill.
from swamps to the plains where the cotton grows. They came on quads and lit the Fords in rows. Tattooed hearts with the same old brand. Ruffian crew with a bottle in hand. I crack the sky with the war drum beat. Time to rally, boys, we don't retreat.
Lil tough loud with the rally screech, hanging from the hood of a lifted peach. Flags in the wind and the grills all chrome. We march to the base like we built this home. Snapback flipped and my slingshot cock. Talking too slick, you get ruffian rocked. It's the misfits marching with pride in our belly. Whole world shakes from the redneck rally.
Where the beer runs cold and every handshake's worth more than gold. We linking lines like a rebel chain, laughing through scars in the southern rain. I roll up slow with a steel string vibe, serenade the clan with a war-born tribe. We don't need kings, just kin and kin. Ruffian rally, let the ride begin.
Engines roared and the sky turned red as the rally grew where the wild folks tread. Unified under one outlaw name, no fame, just fire and a no quick flame. We carved a creed in the trailer park clay where moonshine flows and the lost ones stay. Together we rise, no lie, no tally, just a war cry strong at the ruffians rally.
I seen the lie in his back door glance. He broke bread, then he broke the stance. Used to ride with us, talk big and loud. Now he's 6 feet deep in a turncoat shroud. Got grit, but he sold it for a nickel. Shame. Whispered to the law, now he's playing games. But Buck don't blink and Buck don't drown. I'm the hammer on the traitor's takedown.
That snake had a grin like a sweet cornbread, but he talked like a weasel and he fled when it bled. Told the boys he was loyal to the flame that flipped like a fish when the heat came. I caught him slipping by the silo lights. Tried to beg, but I lit them nights. He's a lesson now on a backwood frown, a ghost in the wind from the takedown sound.
He sang like a bird when the sirens came, wrote his name on a pane like a crying shame. But the woods don't forget and the dogs don't sleep. We buried his lie where the roots run deep. I gave him a chance with a poet's grace. Then I looked in his eyes, saw an empty face. Ain't no mercy on a broken crown, just a silent ride to the takedown ground.
Now his name don't echo, don't ring, don't fly, just a whisper lost in the southern sky. We burn one down by the old oak tree, for the crew, for the code, for the loyalty. Betrayal's a sin in the ruffian book. Injustice comes swift with a cold hard look. One fell out but the crew stands proud. We still rise strong from the traitor's takedown. air, screaming like a wartime howl. Got blue lights flashing in my temple foul. Pedal to the rust truck, breathing smoke. They trying to catch buck, that's a damn joke. Got back roads mapped in my blood and bones. I shift through gears like I'm throwing stones. Black top blaze ain't slowing down. I'm the storm riding through your lawman town. Got a shotgun laugh and a duct tape seat. Stick shift grinding to a ruffian beat. High-pitched screech from a corner bend, with the fuzz on my tail and a message to send. Jump that ditch like a rodeo buck. Moonshine jugs clanking in the back of the truck. One hand on the wheel, one flipping the crown. Tough don't stop when the heat comes down. Windows down with the wind in tune. I'm ghosting past signs under blood red moon. Engine humming like a rebel hymn, with a Marlboro lid and a bottle half trim. Police try to box but I slide too slick. Pull a 180 on a matchstick flick. Grace in the grit like a shadow unbound, leading the charge through the havoc town. From the bayou flats to the mountain ridge, we tore that highway like a battle bridge. Sirens fell, we rose like smoke. Wrote our legacy in every line we broke. They chased, we danced, they crashed, we grinned. Outlaws roll where the law can't win. Rubber burned and the world spun round. That's ruffian law in the highway sound. High off the diesel wood, scars glow gold where the ruffian stood. Crack a cold one past the jug. Ain't no throne here, just kin and blood. We bled in the dirt and laughed in chains. Spoke no lies, just outlaw names. Circle tied under southern skies, where the fire don't burn, it testifies.
Sparks fly wild like the stories we tell, about fights we won and the nights from hell. Little tough, talk fast, but I mean what I say. I'd ride through flames for the crew any day. Got bruises from brawls and a stitched up grin. We toast to the ones we lost in the wind. This fire ain't for warmth, it's for truth, for good. That's the code of the bonfire brotherhood. Like a lullaby gun, I pick through chords while the embers run. Old boots off, got my heart laid bare, with a tale for each wrinkle in my stare. I seen men rise, I seen them fall, but only the loyal ever stand tall. This ain't no gang, it's deeper than blood. It's a flame-lit vow in the backwoods mud. Circle round, let the firelight speak, from the young wild pups to the old and bleak. No crowns, no ranks, just names and scars. Heart stitched strong under moonlight stars. They could burn our camp, try to cut our wood, but they'll never break this brotherhood. Ashes rise, but our creed still stood, forever bound by a bonfire brotherhood.
I saw him creeping at the county line, flying colors that ain't nothing like mine. They took a shot at the wrong old crew. Now I'm dragging chains and I'm gunning through. Ain't no bluff in a ruffian's glare. We dig our trenches in the midnight air. They crossed that line, now the sky turns red. By dawn, every rival gonna wish they fled. Oh! twist and truth. So I popped up laughing, napkin in hand, said hope y'all pray, cause we taking a stand. Paint cans rattling in the back of the truck, we tagging turf where the wheat gets stuck. I'm lighting fuses with a grin so thin, this reckoning ride just about to begin. Slide through the dark like a hymn gone bad, soft words gone sharp when the boys get mad. I'm the calm in the storm, the quiet kill, the eye of the war where the poets will. I watched them move, then I played the long game. One by one they forgot their name. With a whisper and a spark we burn the sin. Their reckoning comes with a ruffian grin. Aloud with the roar of fate, no peace, no pause, just steel and hate. The rivals fell where they dared to tread, crossed the ruffians and woke the dead, burned the flags, broke the crown, left their mark in the red clay ground. This war ain't clean, but it sure feels just. Rivals reckoned and done, turned them to dust.
I carry names etched deep in bone. Brothers gone, now I ride alone. Ain't no glory in a gravel throne, just dirt, regret, and a blood-stained tone. Every call I made with my boots held firm left a scar that I still feel burn. They cheer my name, but I don't sleep sound. This burden runs deeper than battlegrounds. Used to laugh till the sunrise cracked. Now I talk to ghosts that won't talk back. Ripped up pics in a glove box full of the ones we lost when the nights turned cold. Got fame from flame and respect from fear, but can't wipe clean what brought us here. High-pitched pain in a war drum pound. This warlord walks on haunted ground. Strum that string, but the joy don't rise. Just a melody soaked in battle cries. I led them well, but the cost was steep. Each life a weight that I'll always keep. No crown worth this cross I bear. No victory clean when you gasp in air. The smooth-tongued outlaw now sings it low, of the price of power and the pain I know. A warlord ain't made from fire and fight, but the silence after, deep in the night. When the crew's asleep and the hills stand still, he's just a man with a scarred free will. He built a name, but he came with loss. He wears that weight like a southern cross. This ain't just glory, grit, a gun. It's the burden carried when the war is done. Lay my rifle by the fire tonight,
Strip the mud, watch the moonlight bite. Ain't afraid to fall, but I feel that chill when the still air hums with a silent wheel. Wrote my name on the old pine bark, lit a match for the sky turned dark. If I don't rise with the rooster's cry, remember me through this lullaby. Pull my hat down low on my brow, said a word for the boys I can't see now. Got a knife too sharp and a note to write, and a gut full of fire for tomorrow night. We joked and drank like it's any day, but the wind feels heavy in a strange new way. If I fade in the dust when the sparks go high, sing my name in this lullaby. Tune my strings, let the chords fall slow, like ashes from a war we'll never outgrow. The stars don't judge, they just keep watch over red clay hearts and a whiskey scotch. I ain't scared of the end, just the cost unpaid, the lives we led and the ghosts we made. So I whisper truth to the smoke that sighs, this is our last stand lullaby. Growl and the bullets fly, before the sunrise bleeds through sky, we gather round in the hush of fate. No cries, no boats, just hearts that wait. If one don't return, let his story be sung through this fire forged him in a southern tongue. Win or lose, let no tear dry, this is how ruffians say goodbye. I never wanted riches or a king's old seat, just a stretch of land where my boots run deep. A crown ain't metal, it's dust and flame, built from every soul who scream my name. From shotgun calls to chains we broke, we forged our throne in blood and smoke. I don't rule from fear, I lead the stray. Warlord crowned in redneck clay. Ain't no velvet road or silken rat, just a four-wheel truth and a shotgun guide. I earned this crown with busted lips, with grit-stained nooks and war-torn tips. They mocked our crew, but now they pray to the saints of Pine and Back Road Bay. You can keep your throne, we paved our way with tide tracks deep in a crown of clay. I sang our saga to the willow trees, and the roots replied in harmonies. No choir here, but the wind and flame